What is America? Well, it's a miracle. Everybody have history about their immigrants. Well, you had this settlement for this country, and this settlement for this country. And everyone's like, history is not important. So yeah, it is, because you had each settlement for each different country. They branched off into other settlements and other settlements. The original plan was the 50 states represented a different country in the world, with other countries living there with other immigrants, so they could learn to communicate together. And we go, what is the United Nations? Everybody say, well, the United Nations, the United Nations. We go, well, in case you didn't know, the original 50 states were 50 states for, you know, the entire world to have hope. And we go, the 5-0? Oh no, the 5-0. If you say, oh no, the 5-0, you don't know what you're talking about. The 5-0 was citizens on patrol. They were patrolling around the lands, trying to figure out better ways to live together. And we go, what's that? The United Nations of the United States. They say, President said, well, it's not working in this big place. So they say, okay, we've got these 50 states, and we've got the United Nations building. So the United Nations building could talk out their differences and put it into practice in the United States. And there we go. The United States of what? The United States of America. America being a continent, having South America and North America. And I go, wow, you mean two hemispheres, the North and the South. So then they're like, that couldn't work. So then they had the North of the United States and the South of the United States. So they go, wow, they still can't figure it out. Maybe we should have a wedding. And they said, okay. So they added two more states, Alaska and Hawaii. And I go, wow, they still can't figure it out. Well, they go, okay, well, maybe we try some islands. You have a deserted island, and you put some people there, we'll figure it out. They say, oh, so Tennessee said, Dolly Parton, islands in the stream, that's what we are. And we're like, okay, so now we got islands with America. He says, well, maybe if they see that America is trying to figure out how the rest of the world could communicate better so that we have a better educational system. So we started making roads and dreams. And we go, words and dreams. And he goes, yeah. They tell you, don't fall in love with a dreamer. And they go, oh, a dreamer. Yeah, a dreamer has got dreams, because those dreams can be built into something. They say, don't fall, okay? And that's it. If you fall, then you fell out. And if you fall out laughing and go, wow, that's what everything meant, then they go, wow, laughter is the best medicine. Don't fall. Don't fall over and start laughing too hard. Because in love with a dreamer, well, what's a dreamer? The entire United States. Because America was a mission for a miracle. And they go, well, what's that? And they go, well, America. They go, all these preachers preaching about one man, and they forget about America and what their mission was. Those preachers were supposed to be preaching about one man. And they go, what is one man? They go, well, one miracle American nation. You want to know what the Lamb of God was? It was one man, one miracle American nation. Because out of many, many nations and many states to the world, we were one major American nation, a miracle American nation. And you'll see these other organizations, Children's Miracle Network. The Children's Miracle Network was the United Universal Healthcare System for all these different movies and stuff, to try and figure out the differences, and to decode the satellite system was to decode the educational system, to make that one miracle American nation better, to be a light for the world. And we go, wow, that sounds like a magic flashlight. So all around the coast, we put these lighthouses. And they go, well, we don't need a lighthouse. We got GPS and this. And it says, well, you need a lighthouse. Why? Because a lighthouse is a landmark. And they say, well, what did Trump say? He says, well, don't let them tear down our monuments, because it's monumental in the plan for the future. And we go, well, that sounds like one man, one American nation. We go, wow, e pluribus unum, because the Lamb of God is light, American media belief. See? And when you start to understand the psychology and psychiatry about the differences in the genetic, you know, alterations because of the different people and species, which is the different races, we go, well, in America, you're one color. You know, and say in the Bible, don't pray over those whitewashed tombs. And we go, what is a whitewashed tomb? We go, well, if it's whitewashed, then it must have washed out. But if it's white, it must be American, because the heart is white, it's pure. And we go, wow, that sounds like it doesn't matter what color the skin is, it matters what color the mind is. And that makes us all white and washed clean before the eyes of God.